Hello everyone, it's your daily rideshare and delivery driver, and on this here video I just came across an article about the parents of the student by the name of Samantha, hold on, let me look up her whole name, Samantha Josephson, who was the Uber passenger who mistook her Uber driver for another one, got in the car, went the wrong Uber driver, to make a long story short, and got killed by her Uber driver. Okay, this article here is talking about how her parents are making a national plea for strict rideshare laws. And let me read the article to you all. The parents of Samantha Josephson, the 21-year-old New Jersey college student killed after getting into a car she thought was her Uber, appeared on Good Morning America Monday to make a national plea for changes to rideshare laws. And must I remind you all, her parents appeared on the show just earlier this morning. And also, let me read the rest. It's become a new phenomenon using Uber. We trust people and you can't. Marcy Josephson told GMA. Marcy would be the mother of the victim who got killed. Samantha Josephson, again, will be the victim by a fake Uber driver. Okay, Marcy Josephson told GMA co-host George Stephanopoulos, I'm assuming that's how you would pronounce it, on the morning show, you have the chance to wait the laws so to make it safer. Laws have to change. Samantha Josephson, a 21-year-old from Robinsonville in Mercer County, was attending college in South Carolina when police say she mistakenly got into a stranger's car early on March 29th. Her body was found that day, and 25-year-old Nathaniel David Rowland was later charged when stabbing her to death. Since then, hundreds of thousands of people have signed a petition to ask Uber and Lyft for increased security. In South Carolina, lawmakers have proposed requiring rideshare drivers to have illuminated signs. Seymour Josephson said 19 states do not require drivers to install a front license plate. He doesn't think a front plate should be mandatory for all vehicles unless it's a ride share. South Carolina is one of the states where currently a front license plate is not required, he said. So when the car is pulling up, you can't see the front license plate, Seymour Josephson said. By the way, Seymour Josephson is the victim's father. He also said, I think if you're going to be in a ride sharing industry, then you should have a front license plate. Samantha's parents also say rideshare drivers should have barcodes on their windows. You put your phone up to it, it turns green, that's my ride, Seymour Josephson said. If it's not your ride, it turns red. The technology is already out there. The Josephson said they have heard from people across the country who have said Samantha's killing hit close to home. So many people have told us it could have been our daughter, our son, Marcy Josephson said. We automatically assume we're safe and we all put our loved ones in an Uber or Lyft. We grew up teaching our kids not to get in the cars from strangers, and what do? Seymour Josephson said, when you get in cars from strangers. Seymour Josephson said he and his wife are working with lawmakers in New Jersey to come up with legislation, some quote unquote something bipartisan, to make ride sharing safer. Early in the interview, the Josephsons described their daughter as hardworking, determined, and a good friend. We just want you to know that she was a fabulous young woman, Marcy Josephson said. The couple said the University of South Carolina will present their daughter with a degree at its graduation ceremony in May. The Josephsons said they will be there. It's the hardest thing for us to go, but we need to go. Samantha Josephson said. She wanted us there. Okay, first and foremost, I know the feeling of what it's like to lose a loved one, because I have lost several loved ones in my family. Most recently, a grandmother 2 months ago. But what I'm trying to say is, I could imagine, because I don't have kids, but if, let's say, hypothetically, I had a kid that was a college student and was far away from home, got in an Uber or Lyft ride, thinking that she got in the right Uber or Lyft ride, only to get into someone who was a fake Uber or Lyft driver, or wasn't an actual Uber Lyft driver, get driven off somewhere, killed. I could only to see later on that day on the news, or the day or so afterwards, that my child happened to get killed by taking the wrong Uber passenger. I really would take it hard. And I could understand, judging from the parents' perspective or point of view, how they feel about their daughter dying, who I don't know whether she was their only child or what. But if I had just one child that it happened to, I mean, I really would take it hard. And we all the time, because ride sharing is so mainstream and popular right now, to the point where so many people are taking either Lyft rides or Uber rides, not knowing that the person that we may get in the car with, the driver, may be a former convicted felon or criminal. And with that being said, I'm really enforcing, well, not enforcing, but to put it another way, I'm really on the parent side of the victim, who are working on having Uber to enforce more stricter laws. One of them being, because let me go back to it, I'm reading about the article on my laptop, and so I'm recording this video on my phone simultaneously. But when one of them was saying how a lot of Uber and Lyft drivers' vehicles should have a barcode where a certain Lyft passenger or Uber passenger may could request a ride, or who may have requested a ride, may could scan the barcode with their phones the drivers, the Uber or Lyft driver's window, and let's say they may have a barcode in their windows, one of their back windows, that'll let whichever rider may request a ride through Uber or Lyft scan their phone using the barcode, and it just so happened the phone may turn green to verify that they've came across the correct rider, not rider but driver, just for verification that they have the right driver at their location. I think it's a brilliant idea, due to the simple fact of how it's so many crazy things happening out there now, and so many crazy and insane people doing all kinds of things, murdering people. Even a lot of the Uber and Lyft drivers nowadays, I'm assuming, judging from this incident that happened, are maybe former convicted felons or criminals, like I was just mentioning a few minutes ago. Anyway, to sum that all up, I hope that the laws that these two parents of the victim Samantha Josephson want to get enforced through Uber may come to fold eventually. So more Uber and Lyft riders could be more safer, more at a more safer advantage when taking Uber and Lyft rides from now on. And with that being said, have a good one.